Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get the light on and get open for business here. Guys, it's Thursday. Tomorrow is frickin' Friday. And after that, we take on the LA Rams in the playoffs. And here we have Philly frickin' 500. How you doing, man?
Mark?
You know what?
Great.
I'm good. I'm freaking fantastic. We got the 800-pound gorilla off our back. Dak Prescott got a victory when they said the Dallas Cowboys got no chance in hell.
Yeah, they did. They did. It was a good win for you guys, and I think the Seattle Seahawks didn't do a great job offensively, but hey, you won.
Oh, see, hold on. You know what? Screw you and all the talking heads. Why is it that the Seattle Seahawks offense didn't do a good job? How about it is the Dallas Cowboys defense did a great job against them? I'm tired of No. You know what? I'm tired of all this shade that is thrown on my team. It's never that my team did a good job. It's always the other team failed. Why is that? Huh?
Because everybody hates Dallas.
Unlike your team, which, you know, they just took care of business and just kicked the Bears' ass, didn't they?
We just did what we had to do.
No. See, you punks got lucky. Take the horseshoe out your butt because, come on, man.
He blocked the kick. That was a blocked kick. We came through. That's called dealing with pressure.
That's called a choke job is what that is.
Well, that's a whole other story.
They pulled an Atlanta Falcons there, okay?
Hey, you know, I took Dallas to beat Seattle. So, in all seriousness, I wasn't surprised at all. And then with the Chicago game, I took the Eagles. And maybe that inexperience came off on Cody Parkey. I don't know. I mean, the kick got blocked. Chicago played better than I thought they were going to, and they gave us a good fight.
Well, I think was it you that told me about rookie quarterbacks or first-year quarterbacks in the playoffs?
Might have been.
There's a lot to that. I mean, you know, you are playing your first game, and, you know, they did have a fourth-place schedule. Let's face it, their division stunk this year. So they got a lot of easy wins. I mean, you know, Minnesota was the best team in that division, but they had Kirk Cousins. And we know about Kirk Cousins. Sorry. He's a stats guy. He is not a guy that's going to win a lot of games. And, you saw Aaron Rodgers basically throw McCarthy under the bus, and that team imploded. And the Lions, well, they're the Lions.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, I like Trubisky. I thought he actually played good. But if you look early on in that game, we dropped like 3 or 4 interceptions in the first half.
Yeah.
And can't do that.
I'll be honest, you know, I was sitting there watching that game, and it was great because I was watching and making fun of you the whole time there because I knew what was happening before it would come up on the screen. And, you know, once you guys had that touchdown and then a 2-point conversion where it looked like it might be just there, and it was the fumble and all that, and then seeing them march down the field, I was like, you know, I thought the Eagles were going to win, but damn, this is going to be a chip shot field goal. Sorry, dude, you know. But I thought you guys were going to win all along. I still think you guys are going to win against New Orleans.
I love it. I love hearing it.
And
I think
you know what?
We are too. I think we are too.
Did you hear what the Saints did in the locker room?
I heard something.
Sean Payton?
I heard the end of it. Yeah, something with money and the trophy or something.
He brought in like $250,000 cash and plops it in the locker room. Now, granted, some of these guys are making, you know, $15, $20 million a year, so $250,000 isn't a lot unless you actually physically see a pile of freaking money like that.
Yeah.
And he says, basically, 3 effing games. That's all I want from you, 3 effing games. You're focused and everything else. This pile of money, that Super Bowl trophy, this is yours if you focus. So my question is to you, seeing them do all that hype, putting all that money in that locker room, is that billboard, bulletin board material there for you?
I mean, maybe a little bit, but I think the Eagles have billboard material from that 48-7 beating that they took to the Saints back at week 11.
Yeah, that was ugly.
They looked so bad, and that was the worst game I had seen since the Chip Kelly era. It looked like they had quit that game, and I think they were embarrassed. I think they were upset, and this is not the same team. So I think the Eagles are going to come in with motivation just from that. I think that 48-7 is going to come back and haunt the Saints.
It is hard because the Saints are not the same team to me.
No,
since they ran into that getting punched in the face by the Dallas Cowboys.
You guys kind of put a blueprint to how to kind of play them and beat them, and so you've seen teams kind of start to copy that, and they've struggled. So I think they may be right for the picking, just like the Rams.
Well, here's the thing with the Rams. I think we're 6.5 or 7 point underdogs in that game, which to me, okay, I'm a homer. Okay, look, let me at least admit that I'm a Dallas Cowboy homer, and I'm going to pick my team. But I'm sitting here looking at the Rams, and I keep thinking that they're 4-3 over the last 7 games. And it's not like they've been playing juggernauts. I mean, they've been playing like the 49ers and the Cardinals. In fact, they lost to the 49ers, I think, didn't they? They lost to New Orleans. And in teams that are in the playoffs this year, I think they're only 2-3.
Mm-hmm.
So they haven't exactly played great against great competition.
Yeah.
And with them kind of coming back down to earth the last 7 games, I don't think that Southern California is really a home field advantage for them in the Coliseum. I think we're going to have a lot of Dallas Cowboy fans. I've been out to California a lot, and there's a hell of a lot of Cowboy fans that are out there.
Yeah, well, the Eagle fans took over that stadium 2 years in a row, so I have no doubt that you guys are going to take over that stadium as well.
Right.
I think it'll happen. I don't think the Rams have looked the same since Cooper Kupp went out. When he got hurt, they have not looked. I think he was the escape valve for Goff. Mm-hmm. And I want to see how Goff handles the pressure. He didn't look good in his first start in the playoffs last year. Which will be interesting because something's got to give here because Sean McVay is 0-1 in one and done. He lost last year. If they go out this year and all of a sudden he's 0-2, Jason Garrett, well, we know what he's done in divisional round games. Right.
So somebody's going to go home happy. Somebody's going to go home sad. But I still, my thing is I believe that we're going back to Dallas and we're going to be facing you guys. Contrary to what the talking heads have said. I know I'm a homer. I know you're a homer. But think about the storyline for the NFL. If there is actually any conspiracy theory, you either want the Cowboys and the Saints to have that rematch, great offense, great defense, or you want the Eagles and the Cowboys, basically 2 underdogs that nobody thought would even make the playoffs, much less be playing for the championship game.
Well, and especially coming out of the 2 teams from the NFC East, which is such a big division.
Right.
I mean, you have big major cities in the NFC East. It's the NFL ratings-wise would be ridiculous.
Oh my God, yes. And I don't want to see New England anymore. I'm sick of seeing Tom freaking Brady in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I'm like anybody but them. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
I'm. If the Eagles were not in the playoff, if they didn't make the playoffs the way they have, where they beat the Rams, they beat Chicago. Let's say they just won their division, and they've been I would take New Orleans, but it's just the momentum that they have, and they're playing. I've seen this script before. Saw it with the Giants a few years ago. When a team gets on a roll like that, they could be very dangerous. And then as far as the Cowboys and the Rams, the Cowboys defense versus the Rams, who I think have struggled. I think
Gurley's nicked up. Todd Gurley's nicked up.
Yeah, he hasn't played a lot, in recent weeks. So I don't know. I just think both Rams and the Saints are ripe for the picking. Now, I really do. Now I'll say this. I think the winner of the Super Bowl comes out of the Eagles-Saints game. I think whoever wins that game is gone.
Okay, you know what? Hold up. We're not going to go that far. We're going to deal with this games this weekend, the Dallas Cowboys versus the Rams.
Okay.
And we're going to deal with the Saints versus the Eagles, okay? And if it ends up being that your team, I want that damn towel back.
Not getting it.
If I have to come out to Cali and break into your house, I'm getting my towel back.
No, I haven't. I'm waiting to make my video on it. but I wanted to wait until it was Eagles Cowboys.
The fact that you guys made the playoffs. No, come on. The fact that you guys made the freaking playoffs, man. I'm sorry. But I feel you, though, on the whole
You are the Eagles' good luck charm.
Man, stop that crap.
You.
Man, listen, I'm not getting tarred and feathered here. But there's a lot to what you said about playing with your back against the wall. I got laughed at when we faced you guys the first time. I said, the Dallas Cowboys, you want playoffs? We're in the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
I said from here on out, there's no room for error. It's like you win and you continue to fight for a championship. I was like, we got to win here. And that was the first playoff game. Then it was, you got to go to Atlanta. We got to win. And it's been like that. We've literally been with our backs against the wall every single week, except for the Colts. It was finally where we can kind of say, oh, we only have to win one game. And you saw them kind of like let down after the emotional victories that we had. But you're right. It's the power of saying it's win or it's over. And you guys have experience of going all the way. It's been a while since New Orleans has had to do that. And sometimes starting out with that bye week, you never know.
Yeah. Well, they're coming off a bye week, and then they have another week, which I don't think most of their offensive guys even played.
Right.
So they essentially haven't played in like 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
And if we
My
could come
Cowboys
out early
know
and
about
jump
that
on
one.
them. Yeah, I mean, that could come back and haunt you. I mean, look, I know what Drew Brees is. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback. That is a great team. That is a really hard
Well, the thing is, though, but see,
no doubt about it.
The thing that the Cowboys did was they kept him in the pocket and collapsed that pocket. And the good thing is the Dallas Cowboys, all of their defensive linemen and defensive ends are all really tall, lean guys. So he's unable to see over these guys because he is, he's only about 5'11" on a good day.
Yeah. You got to get pressure on.
And I'm not trying to give you guys any hints on how to beat him.
No, I mean, I'm sure everybody has watched that game.
All right, Philly, I appreciate you coming on the show and everything else. We kid because we love. So tell everybody where to find. And man, I was watching the live stream, and you had like 1,500, 2,000 people on there at a time. That was freaking amazing.
Yeah, it was fun, man. That was one of my funnest streams I had done. It was really like that game was a heart intense, though.
Yeah, that was a
an intense game. But I appreciate you having me on. It means a lot to me. You can find me at Philly 500, Philly.500, whatever you type in, it'll come up.
Well, I'm going to say this much. When both of our teams win this week, next week will be hell week between you and I. And I dare say we should try and do a dual stream together and cuss each other out as that game goes on.
If we could do it, that would be awesome.
I think I know how we can do that, so that way we get your fans on your site laughing at me and vice versa. So
sounds like a plan.
All right, everybody, make sure you check out my man Philly 500. He is a dingbat, but he's actually really cool people. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll give him the final word.
Take care and don't be dingbats.
And I was thinking he was going to say, F the Cowboys. See you soon.